Aloha everyone, and welcome back to Kaimana Conservation. For those of you guys that haven't been here before, my name is Jessica and I am a professional marine biologist that lives and works here on Maui in Hawaii. As you guys can see behind me, we got the beach. This is a little bit more of a rocky beach. We're on the south side of Lahaina right now, and we're actually getting ready to head into Lahaina because I have a special treat for you guys planned. As a matter of fact, it was special to me too. I didn't find out until yesterday, so it's pretty exciting. Brian, my partner, he got me a whale watching trip. I work at an aquarium here at the Maui Ocean Center, which means I don't often get a chance anymore to work out on the water and to go out on the water and see our incredible whales in the winter. For those of you guys that have been around on this channel for a bit, chances are you already know that I used to work as a whale watching marine biologist and a tour host in several different areas. I've done it out here in Maui. I also have worked as a whale watching tour host in Sydney, Australia while I was getting my master's. So humpback whales definitely have a fond spot for them in my heart. Fingers crossed, I've been seeing really good whale activity all day this morning. As I was driving around the Pali, which is the highway between Maui and Lahaina, the whales were super duper active. As I've been sitting here preparing to film, you got the water out behind me, the whales have been super active as well. We're going to be going out with ultimate whale watching. I'm very excited. We're going to be seeing Hannah, who is an old co-worker on the Pacific Whale Foundation boats, which is where I used to work when I first moved out to Maui, and hopefully we'll see some good whales. See you guys over in Lahaina.
Think I'll try this a new way. I'm gonna show you the tricks that I know. I'm getting tired of talking, and I need more of a show right now. It's time that you made your mind up, 'cause lately all it ever does is change. Feels like we're only talking, going round and around, back around. I will fight like no other every day. I won't stop like the others. I will stay. 'Cause now is the right time, and I'm feeling alright. I'm playing your game like I know I can win right now. You got me on tonight, 'cause loving you is like I'm walking a tightrope so high. I hope we turn it around. No, I hope we turn it around. It's the right time. You feeling alright? I'm playing your game like I will win tonight. I think I'll do it on my way. I'm gonna show you what I'm going through, get you out of your comfort zone, 'cause I need more of the truth right now. It's time that you made your mind up, 'cause lately all it ever does is change. Feels like we're only talking, going round and around, back around. I will fight like no other every day. I won't stop like the others. I will stay. 'Cause now is the right time, and I'm feeling alright. I'm playing your game like I know I can win right now. You got me on tonight, 'cause loving you is like I'm walking a tightrope so high. I hope we turn it around. No, I hope we turn it around. It's the right time. You feeling alright? I'm playing your
Oh my gosh, guys, what an incredible whale watch. I hope you guys were able to appreciate from the video footage just how amazing that whale watch was. I'm still a little bit shocked even after like an hour on the drive home. It was just amazing. The first thing I need to say is a kind of a disclaimer is that not all whale watches are created equal. So whatever you guys are watching while you're on YouTube, or if you're seeing in brochures of like fantastic whale activity all the time, is not always the case. Whales are wild animals. Sometimes they're really active and they're going to interact with one another. Sometimes you'll see lots of breaching. Other times you'll see more relaxed whales, and that's also very natural, but sometimes it's not what people are expecting when they go out on a whale watch. That being said, we were not let down today. It was absolutely amazing. So right when we exited Lahaina Harbor, we were only out exploring for a couple of minutes, and we were seeing lots of activity in various areas around that out channel that I was telling you guys about. Lots of breaching. There were competition pods in the distance. We came upon what we thought was the mother and calf pair, and we just slowed the boat down. Fun fact, here in Maui, whales are considered a protected species. There are actually several places in the world where whales are protected, and therefore there are lots of rules and regulations to make sure that the boats are not impeding on the whales, which means that the whales are protected from the boats by approach limits. So the boats are not allowed to approach the whales in active gear, which means driving forward with the motor running, less than 100 yards. If a whale does come within the 100-meter circle of your boat, instead of trying to back away from them because they may be just curious and checking you out, you're just going to put your boat into neutral, which means that your propeller is not running, or you're going to turn your boat completely off. This makes sure that it is safe for the whales and they can navigate around you. So basically the whales are in charge in these situations. They're allowed to approach you, they're allowed to avoid you, and you are basically just living in their world. So we were treated today for sure because the cow, or the mother, brought her calf, the baby, up to the boat and introduced the baby to the boat. This is actually something that we see a lot of here on Maui because the more experienced older mothers are trying to introduce their babies to all kinds of things that they'll be experiencing throughout their life. That being said, it doesn't happen all the time. You're gonna have your younger, less experienced mothers. They're gonna be a little bit more apprehensive about the boat, especially if it's gonna be their first couple of babies. They're gonna be a little bit more overprotective, so you don't always get an introduction to the boat, but we were very lucky today. Because humpback whales are protected here in Maui, it is actually illegal to swim with whales. So when you go on a whale watch, typically the boats are a little bit higher up. We were out on a raft today, which is very unique because that means that you can take a GoPro and put it on an extender pole like I did, and you can actually reach down and put the GoPro basically underneath the surface of the water. Now you have to make sure that you ask before you do that. Don't just like go throwing your GoPro in the water on the side of the boat. And it is one of the only times where you can see whales underneath the water because you're not allowed to swim with them. So that being said, as you guys probably could see, the footage is a little shaky, and that's because you're shooting blind. You're taking your GoPro, you're saying good luck, and you're throwing it in the water. So you kind of just have to wing it. You see the shadows and hope you're aiming in the right direction. I think for being a newbie when it comes to aiming a GoPro at a whale on an extender pole, I think I did a pretty good job. We got some really, really incredible footage for you guys. And last but not least, on the way back from the mother and calf, we actually got a quick glimpse of a very active competition pod. Like I mentioned, competition pods are when multiple male whales are competing with one another for the lead female. So there's one female and then a bunch of males that are chasing around behind her, and it's not a very kind chase. I know we often think of whales as being these graceful, large creatures that are just gliding through the ocean, but they're actually pretty vicious when they're competing for a mate. So this was a very active competition pod. The males were smacking each other with their pectoral fins. There was a lot of breaching, a lot of heavy breathing because they're very active. They were at the surface and breathing hard. So that was really cool to see. Unfortunately, we weren't able to watch for too long because there was actually a filming group out there. There was some research going on. There was a research vessel as well as a research drone up in the air. So they were documenting this. So we wanted to make sure we gave them plenty of space, so we left the competition pod alone. So all in all, really, really great whale watch. I hope you guys had such a good time watching it because I had an incredible time filming it. Again, if you guys are coming out to Maui, definitely make sure you check out Ultimate Whale Watching. They were amazing hosts. They followed every rule in the book, which as a marine biologist I look for, but also provided a really, really great whale watching experience. Thank you guys for joining me today, and I'll see you guys around next time. Mahalo!